Man, Bungie must have gotten stamps for Christmas, cause they really mailed it in with this event, am I right? Crimson Doubles has been a colossal failure, and there are 3 main reasons for that. Once we isolate what those reasons are, we can see the direction that Bungie needs to take these PvP events that they are so insistent on shoving down our throats, despite the fact that we keep clamoring for PvE events and more raids and fixes for PvP, and you know what, I'm getting ahead of myself. So, the first big issue with Crimson Doubles was about half the teams you ran into were really hardcore people. Like, what was announced as a casual event where a couple of guys could just mess around in the Crucible in a casual game type has turned into a real sweat fest. We're talking thorns, icebreakers, universal remotes, 1,000-yard stares, people hanging in the back sniping as soon as you walk out. Like, look, I'm all for competitive play. I'm all for people trying to win. Obviously, I don't want to win against people who are not trying to win. That's no fun. And I'll get to that in a second, too. But there needs to be a place for all of these people who are trying so hard to go try hard, you know? Like, the tryhards need a little room to themselves, and that room is probably gonna have to be a ranked playlist. They're right now checking their elo on guardian.gg, which link in the description, so that they can check like, oh, am I silver rank, am I gold rank, am I platinum rank on Trials of Osiris, and at some point it stops being just Trials of Osiris. It starts being, I'm the best at Clash, and I'm the best at Control, and at some point you gotta take a step back and be like, these guys really want a ranked playlist. They've invented their own ranked playlist, and the casual players are suffering for it. And at events like Crimson Doubles, a Valentine's Day event, this was supposed to be a place where you take your little kindergarten friend that you just refer a friended with, or your girlfriend who doesn't even play the raids. Like, this was not light level dependent, specifically because they wanted to entice new players, not so they could have old players use Thorn competitively again. That's ridiculous. There's a whole different thing for that. So ranked playlists need to be implemented, or these casual playlists cannot exist. And then of course, on the opposite end of the spectrum, our second big issue was people suiciding, literally killing themselves for ghost shells. The drop rate for ghost shells was abysmal, and once you break it down, it was way faster to just kill yourself 5 times and get the same chance of a ghost as if you'd won than it was to actually play the game. Which is really depressing, and I'm sure you ran into at least a few people doing that. Like, that is not a good thing for your game. It should have been a huge wake-up call to Bungie. People are killing themselves for drops, like, maybe the drops need to be higher, and you know, I think they figured that out, because they did just announce that they would be giving away a 320 Ghost Shell guaranteed to anybody who played 7 real games of Crucible during the Crimson Doubles event, and that's awesome. But like, too little too late, Bungie. Why was the drop rate broken in the first place? You nailed it with SRL. The SRL drop rate was perfect. The SRL drop rate was not based on light level, was based on what rank you were in SRL, and the legendary equipment dropped at a pretty steady rate. That was what all of the loot should look like for every holiday event, for every special event that they do forever. And they've kind of done that with Iron Banner. So why the heck didn't they do that with this Valentine's Day event? They need to fix their loot tables, they need to fix their drop rates, they need to figure out how they want to get you that gear, you know, how they want to get you that gear during events. Because everybody who plays the event should get all of the gear available during that event if they play enough. The guy who made Crimson Doubles said that he wanted everybody to get everything from Crimson Doubles within 20 games. And 3, why were they light level dependent? Why would you say that this event was not based on light level, that this event was not affected by light level, but force people to equip their highest light level gear in order to get good drops at the end of a match, and still have to compete on a level playing field with people using guns like Thorn and Universal Remote, guns that they don't have access to if they want any hope of getting that 320 Ghost drop. That's not okay. That's just a ridiculous thing for a casual playlist. This entire event kind of reeks of, I didn't playtest this, but it seems like a good idea, and really lends to the idea that maybe we're just beta testing for Destiny 2, that maybe they don't think anything through before releasing it to the public. The special ammo being gone at the beginning of the game is good in theory, It's something that I personally have been advocating for. I've been hoping that they would stop giving us special ammo at the beginning of 3v3 matches, and now that it's implemented, they forgot to fix the whole, oh, and when you switch, you get the same amount of special between rounds, because that's what ends up happening. People just equip Icebreaker, and then after round 1, they switch over to their 1,000-yard stare, and it's like nothing changed. Seriously, how did that get through testing? And I hope they fix it soon, but it took them 6 months to get to this point. It's a step in the right direction, but if each step takes 6 months, then by the time this 10-year contract with Activision is up, we're still only going to be halfway there. This is way too slow, this event was too little too late, and frankly, I'm of the opinion that it would have been better for them not to have released it at all. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.